In today's video, we will be discussing why it is important to take care of your physical body, your physical health, when you're looking for a relationship, or if you're already in a relationship.
Well, very simple. I mean, naturally, who doesn't want a physically fit, healthy person? You know, we all want somebody who is attractive and fit. And when I say that,
Mhm.
I mean physically, intellectually, spiritually. But today we are just talking about physical
Physical.
fitness.
And being physically fit will look different for every single
Right.
person because everybody is unique, not only in their mind, their emotions, their spirituality, but also in physicality.
Yeah.
So, what might be fitness for one person can look very different from another person.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, we have some objective standard of
Mm-hmm.
physical beauty, and that standard is created by society, by media,
Mm-hmm.
fortunately or unfortunately. For example, you see in the electronic media, in the mainstream journalist or in your model,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a certain standard, objective standard
Beauty.
of beauty, and that is kind of imprinted in people's mind, like in general population. And that is
Mm-hmm.
also reflective of your physical health when you're physically fit. Not necessarily in all the cases. Someone might look physically fit but might not be physically healthy,
Mm-hmm.
right? But in most cases, I think when a person is looking physically fit, it is an indication that person is physically healthy. And like I said, naturally, everyone wants to be with someone who is physically healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually healthy. So you want to be that person
Mm-hmm.
to attract that person, unless you're very rich.
And yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
You're very rich, then maybe, but generally talking, you have to be, ideally, it's good for you as well.
Because generally speaking, of course, this isn't true for everyone,
Right,
but if someone is physically fit, physically healthy, that means they have some characteristics.
right.
That means that they have good discipline.
Mm-hmm.
They have discipline in what they are eating, how they are eating, discipline in exercise,
Right.
taking care of their body, and they are prioritizing themselves,
Mm-hmm.
which is important because you want a partner who prioritizes themselves, their health, their fitness, because then they are going to prioritize you, your health, and your
Yeah, I mean,
fitness.
very good point. Like you said, when you take care of yourself, you are in good physical health. That is the indication that you prioritize, you take care of yourself, you love
Mm-hmm.
yourself, and then you are more likely inspiration in that regard. If you are struggling yourself, you are physically not fit at all, let's say you are extremely obese, which
Mm-hmm.
is medically also not good, people generally can take it as like, well, if you cannot take care of your own self, how would you take care of me?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And it can be one indicator of
Mm-hmm.
people's general habits.
Right,
And when you are spending time with someone, especially in a close committed relationship, another person's habits will rub off on you
right.
and vice versa. So, seeing someone who is taking care of themselves, generally they have good habits
Yeah.
and they could be a good influence on you. And they can also be supportive for you and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa.
You want to be in a state where people judge nicely about you.
Mm-hmm.
When you are physically fit, people naturally, since there is an objective standard of beauty and physical fitness, like I said earlier, generally people will perceive you as a person who have personality, who have good discipline. Essentially, they will perceive you as an attractive person
Mm-hmm.
because that's what objective standard of beauty
I,
has imprinted in them.
I would like to interject and say some of these objective standards of beauty are not in reality what is like physically fit or
Right.
healthy. So if you look at some generally models, even some actresses, some of them are skinny in a way that is not healthy. Their body is actually lacking nutrition,
Right.
lacking vitality, and they might have a body that doesn't have the strength
Right.
to carry on, regular activities or maybe some strenuous activities. So it's important to take what certain objective standards
Hmm.
of beauty with a grain of salt.
That's a very good point. And ideally, you want to be just, like a healthy person for your own self first.
Mhm.
You feel good about yourself, and that also gives you self confidence.
Mhm.
When you are in that good state of health, you feel good about yourself, you are more confident, and when you go out to find your person, you are likely gonna find a better person
Mhm.
than if you are not physically healthy, not that confident.
Yeah.
Then most likely you would not be able to attract a very healthy or attractive person as well.
Mhm. And I would like to share some tips
Hmm.
on what you can do regardless of your current health status, fitness status, whatever type of body you have, because it's natural throughout our lives we will deal with some kind of
Right.
health conditions. So some things are in our control and some things are out of our control.
Yes.
So it's important just to do the best, do what you can.
Yes.
And accept what you can't control, but do your best to support your body in whatever way you can, even if you are dealing with health issues. First thing is making sure you are staying hydrated. This
Right.
is such a crucial thing, and I think the majority of people in the United States, especially, are underhydrated. There's a large consumption of caffeine, sugary drinks, and not enough consumption of water
Right.
and true water, not just distilled, but you need minerals in your water. So, this is consuming fresh spring water, ideally trying to stay away from drinking a lot of plastic water bottles. Yes, there can be times where it's convenient, but if you're doing that on a regular basis, there are plastics leaching into the bottle that you are consuming, and this is affecting your body, especially the hormones in your body.
Hmm.
So, drinking fresh water, there are ways you can replace the minerals. There are mineral supplements, even taking a pinch of Himalayan sea salt and putting in your water
Right.
helps the cells of your body to absorb the water. But something what I learned from Barbara O'Neill when it comes to hydration is if you take a little bit of, I believe, Celtic sea salt on your finger, put it in your mouth, and let it dissolve before drinking, that lets your cells know to take in the water. It helps, water follows salt. So this is helping with proper hydration. Whereas many people are drinking distilled water and their body, their cells aren't fully absorbing it. So it's just going right through them without actually hydrating you.
Another tip is just exercise. Every day workout 30, 35 minutes if you can every day. That's great. If not, then maybe every other day.
And
So
working out to what your body is capable and what's
yeah,
safe for your body.
like your all the body parts, just even making sure they're all working. So it's good to work out.
Yes, exercise is so important because it helps with the body's detoxification.
Hmm.
It helps your organs to cleanse and for you to remove the toxins more easily. And on the topic of detoxification, something else that is incredibly helpful with detoxifying the body is fasting.
Yep.
And you see fasting in various religions. And in Islam, you even have a whole month
Yep.
dedicated to fasting. And this works on both the physical level and the spiritual level.
And plus you don't have to cook.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work to
you
cook
save money
save money.
and
You don't
time.
Yeah, you don't have to cook and save money. Otherwise, it's a lot of work every single day and great for your health, like you
Mm-hmm.
said.
You
So,
give your body a time to rest and
hmm.
to remove toxins. And there are various types of fasting. I always recommend if you're new to fasting, start out really small.
Hmm.
And intermittent fasting is a very easy way to get fasting incorporated into your life, where you fast for part of the day and maybe eat within a 6 to 8 hour window, more or less depending on
Right.
where you're at. And this just gives time for the body to um, to detoxify and replenish itself. It gives a time of rest. Like we take a time to rest our
Yep.
brains sleeping at night, and that is a time of fasting. But as you prolong fasts, you get more benefits for your
Right.
body.
To conclude this topic, when you are looking for a relationship, you are going to have what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like said in the beginning, ideally everyone is looking for a person in a relationship, and who doesn't want somebody physically, intellectually, spiritually a fit person?
Mm-hmm.
So we are just talking about physically. So if you take care of your physical health, first of all, it's great for you, for your confidence, and then it will help you to attract a similar person in a relationship.